Hello dear fans and subscribers, welcome to the late night cricket show with your host Ram. And well, on this cricket happening show, I'm going to look at day 2 in the final test match between India and Sri Lanka, where India, one good thing was that rain was not following like on the first day, so we didn't have a full day's play. There was still some rain interruptions, but well, finally at stumps on day 2, I thought Sri Lanka were the ones who were really, I think, in control, because India were reduced to 292 for 8 wickets at close of play. The feature being Cheteshwara Pujara going on to make a century. Now Cheteshwara Pujara, the last time he made a century was in 2013, and finally Cheteshwara Pujara really came to the party. In fact, he was still there unconquered on 135 with 13 boundaries. It was a good effort from Cheteshwara Pujara, who left the balls well, played the balls well, played some good strokes in between whenever any loose stuff was served to him, and it was very good to see. So that was the feature of the Indian innings. And also there was a very good partnership. Like India were in trouble at one point when they were 180 for 7 when Ashwin departed, but Amit Mishra came in and joined Cheteshwara Pujara at such a time that the second new ball was due at that time. But I thought Amit Mishra put up a brave performance there, because look at what he did. From 180, India put on a record 8 wicket partnership between Cheteshwara Pujara and Amit Mishra, and in that contribution Amit Mishra contributed 59 valuable runs with 7 fours, and also this was the highest partnership by India against Sri Lanka for the 8th wicket, as the previous record was in the name of, I think it was Shivarama Krishnan, if I'm not wrong, but I don't really remember. But all in all, a record was created as far as the 8th wicket partnership between India and Lanka was concerned. But what a brave performance from Amit Mishra, giving admirable company to Cheteshwara Pujara. And India should really thank this partnership, because this partnership, if just imagine at 180 for 7, if India had lost the ball. And what was very good about Amit Mishra was the second new ball was due, and Amit Mishra has dealt, when Dhammika Prasad was bowling superbly, he was swinging the ball like a banana, Dhammika Prasad, with the seam movement available. And I thought he bowled an excellent line, and Amit Mishra deserves real kudos for being with Cheteshwara Pujara for a long time to get to this partnership and get India out of a very precarious situation. And finally India ended up at 292 for 8 at close of play. So just looking at the day here, India resumed at the overnight score of 50 for 2, and looking at it, it was Virat Kohli and it was Cheteshwara Pujara. But now Virat Kohli was tested outside the off stump by Angelo Matthews, and then finally Virat Kohli was taken by Kushal Pereira behind the stump. As Matthews bowled a delivery, I would say it's an innocuous delivery, and it was Virat Kohli trying to fish at that delivery, and Virat Kohli's wicket fell as was caught by Pereira, bowled Matthews for 18, the 3 fours, and that was the first wicket that Sri Lanka took on the second day, which made it 64 for 3, as Rohit Sharma strided into the crease and joined Cheteshwara Pujara. Well, Rohit Sharma, he was one who was watchful, but at the same time he was also making sure that he was scoring runs. And Rohit Sharma was doing well. He was also using his feet well against the spinners. And Dhammika Prasad at that time was really doing a lot. In fact, Rohit Sharma was playing Rangana Herath very well by leaving his crease and hitting him for boundaries. But then it was Dhammika Prasad who was the best bowler on show. As I said, he swung the ball beautifully. He seamed the ball in, he seamed the ball out, and what a superb performance from Dhammika Prasad. In fact, 23.3 overs, 4 maidens, 83 runs and 4 wickets. A wonderful effort from Dhammika Prasad, as he picked up his first wicket there, Dhammika Prasad, when the score had moved on to 109, with the partnership racing around 55 runs for the 4th wicket. The wicket fell for India when Rohit Sharma was gone, as Rohit Sharma Now again trying to play a shot outside the off stump, was caught by Taranga of the bowling of Prasad, the ball moving away from him, and Rohit Sharma was gone 26 with 3 fours and 1 6. After that, it was a beautiful delivery which was produced by Dhamika Prasad. As I said, Dhamika Prasad was bowling superbly, and what a delivery to produce by Dhamika Prasad. In fact, that was an outswinger. In fact, the ball actually was probably pitched like an outswinger, but hitting the seam, the ball jagged away jagged in. In fact, it jagged in, and Stuart Binney was a goner. LBW bowled Prasad for naught, which made it 119 for 5. And Namanoja, the debutant, came in to join Cheteshwara Pujara, who at the other end was really very watchful as Namanoja joined him. And Namanoja, well, used his feet well to the spinners to actually hit them for boundaries. He hit Kaushal for a few boundaries, but then Namanoja on his debut was a goner, as once again he tried to use his feet against Tarindu Kaushal. He was doing well actually, Namanoja. He was playing Dhamika Prasad very well, but then Namanoja was a goner as Tarindu Kaushal picked up his wicket, caught by Taranga for 21 with 3 4. So his debut, not really a good one there, but nevertheless he made 21 runs as Ravichandran Ashwin came in. Now Cheteshwara Pujara was the one who was watching everything happen in front of his eyes, as India were really going down at that stage, because it was only Cheteshwara Pujara who was left, and India were 173 for 6 as Ravichandran Ashwin came in. But Ravichandran Ashwin was an early victim of Dhamika Prasad, as he was caught by Pereira of the bowling of Prasad for 5, which made it, India was in a very bad situation at that time at 180 for 7, and one was really thinking that it was only a matter of time before Sri Lanka would wrap it up. Even though Cheteshwara Pujara was there, with the way Dhamika Prasad was bowling, the way the Sri Lankan bowlers were bowling, and also looking at some turn and bounce available, one thought. But the other thing was that the second new ball was due, so that was a big factor in favor of Sri Lanka. But Amit Mishra came in, and he really gave admirable company to Cheteshwara Pujara, not only to take Cheteshwara Pujara to a century, but he himself really dug himself in, and he was really playing like an accomplished batsman, using his feet to the spinners, hitting, driving well, and in the process, this partnership, Cheteshwara Pujara got an able alley, and that helped India recover from a situation of 180 for 7 with a record partnership for the 8th wicket of 104. And as I said, what was good was that Amit Mishra, who we can't consider, yes, he's an all-rounder, but the way he batted, but what was very important for me was that the second new ball was what the time Amit Mishra entered, it was actually the second new ball was due, and I mean, to negotiate the second new ball, Amit Mishra has to be given the full credit there, and the company. And Cheteshwara Pujara slowly started getting more and more confident, in the sense he started trusting his partner Amit Mishra and started giving him the strike, and he really played like an accomplished batsman. And Amit Mishra has done himself a great favor here for India too, by contributing 59 7/4. But then a rush of blood for Amit Mishra, as before close of play he came down the wicket to Rangana Herath, and in the process he was stumped by Kushal Pereira, but not before getting his maiden 50, I suppose, 59 with 7/4. So that was the wicket that Sri Lanka wanted. They got it, but probably Sri Lanka would have thought with the second new ball they could have wrapped it up very quickly, but Amit Mishra and Cheteshwara Pujara stemmed it, and finally Amit Mishra deserves a lot of credit for that, and Cheteshwara Pujara went on to his century. And finally, when stumps were drawn with rain stopping play, Cheteshwara Pujara was not out on 135 with 13 fours, and that would have been a very refreshing thing for India, as Cheteshwara Pujara has been struggling for form, and Ishan Sharma was not out on 2. India stumps on day 2 ended at 292 for 8. Now, as far as the bowling was concerned, Dhamika Prasad, pick of the bowlers, 4 for 83, was well supported by all the other Sri Lankan bowlers. Pradeep 22 overs, 1 for 52. Angelo Matthews bowled superbly, 13 overs, 6 points, and 1 for 24. The vital wicket of Virat Kohli. Rangana had 25 overs, 3 maidens, 1 for 81, and Tarindu Kaushal 12 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 45. So that is the match situation. I thought India definitely recovering from 180 for 7 to 292, but whether tomorrow Sri Lanka can quickly wrap it up, but we know that Ishant Sharma is a very door customer. He can really frustrate the bowlers. One has to wait and see. But one thing that I'll be So that is something. So tomorrow is the third day's play which is coming up. It should be an interesting one which is coming up, and it is very good to see. It will be very good to see what really happens on the third day. Now, just before I go, I will have to just giving you the news here that the NatWest T20 Blast in England tournament has finished, and it is Lancashire, last time finalists, as you would remember, are the champions as they beat Northamptonshire today in the NatWest T20 Blast. I'm not going into the details because I'm not sure about this YouTube broadcast. Probably it might conk out, so I don't want to take any chances, dear friends subscribers. Thanks for your continued company to this Cricket Happening Show and waiting patiently for this late night Cricket Happening Show to happen today. Your host Ram will be seeing you tomorrow with the third day's report on the India-Sri Lanka match. Till such time, I see you. It's good night. Thank you.